A major issue in the state of Florida and really across the country is the AOB issue. That stands for Assignment of Benefits. The reason why it's becoming such a major issue is that it's actually causing costs to skyrocket for claims on insurance, basically inflating the claim sometimes 4 or 5, or more than that times the actual cost to do repairs. And with some of the legislature that's out there, insurance companies just don't have a means to effectively manage that. Some of that might change, and we're obviously monitoring a lot of that stuff as stuff goes through the Florida bill. But basically, with the assignment of benefits issue, kind of how it works is that let's say someone comes by your house, a contractor. And they say, you know what, your roof looks a little rough. That could have been from hail. I know we don't get a lot of that here, but maybe up in the Panhandle you see some of that. You say, all right, that's fine. Let's go down that road. File a claim and see if we can get a new roof. At that point, the third party, in this case a contractor, asks you to assign basically over your benefits. You're basically relinquishing your rights to any benefits from the policy to this third party, in this case again the contractor, and then they're going to basically take over everything. So at this point, kind of the first step that we've seen is that at this point the contractor is likely going to put in a claim that is above what's reasonable just to replace that roof. At that point, so it's slightly inflated. And then at that time, obviously, the insurance company is going to come back and say, well, using Xactimate, the system that all adjusters use, this is the average cost. We're adding an extra 10% for, for any extra expenses that might pop up. This is actually a reasonable rate. So they're going to go to arbitration or a court. A lot of times it's a court because it's a very litigious state here. And at that point, how Florida law operates is that if, for example, let's say the contractor is saying that the roof replacement is going to be $50,000, the insurance company is saying that reasonable cost would be $25,000. Let's say they split the difference. At that point, if it's $1 over the amount that the insurance company said, suddenly the insurance company is responsible for the court fees for the contractor or the third party, whomever it may be. So suddenly that claim gets a little bit more expensive. And it can actually, the crazy thing is it can actually go much further than that, but just that kind of basic concept is really to show how a very basic roof replacement can kind of spiral into something much, much bigger than was ever intended. So really, the only thing insurance companies can do now is just to say, hey, work with us, we'll get our adjuster out there, we'll replace the roof, but the moment you sign that stuff over, you're giving up your rights, and any of that extra money that's paid out, it does not go at all to the client, the actual insured. If that contractor gets $50,000 for a roof and the roof actually only costs $25,000 to replace, that's theirs. It's kind of just a wild process, and we're hoping that some of the legislature that's going through the Florida Senate and House can actually do something about it. But it's something you really need to be aware of, because there's a lot of people out there, trying to make money on that, and then that's contractors, knocking door to door, as lawyers picking up these things because it's something that can bring money in. But it's a major issue. It has caused obviously home prices to go up. It's not just the hurricanes. That's a major piece of the pie. It's also had a lot of insurance companies hopping around the state. A lot of insurance companies obviously have left South Florida. A lot more are leaving the middle of the state now as that creeps up into those areas. And it's just, undoubtedly, the track it's going is going to be a major issue. But be aware of that as you see it. Keep the rights to your policy. Don't assign them over to a third party. If there is damage, if there is something to be done, the insurance company will replace it and make sure it's done, up to par. But yeah, if you have any questions, definitely, always reach out to us. I hope this helps. It's a very basic understanding. Check out our Facebook page for more information on homeowners insurance and some of this stuff, because we do post as we kind of hear stuff with the Florida legislature. Thanks. Look forward to the next video.